India participated in various side events during the COP29 UN Climate Change Conference at Baku, Azerbaijan from 11 to 22nd November 2024. So, India participated in these side events and shared the experience or initiatives to deal with the climate challenges. So, what will be the result of these meetings? Let's see here. So, integrating disaster resilient infrastructure into the adaptation strategies. So, who are the organizers? Government of India and Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. So, the session was designed as a panel discussion to explore the key approaches or challenges and opportunities for integrating disaster risk reduction into the national adaptation strategies, offering a pathway toward more resilient and sustainable development. The panel deliberated on how countries can better access infrastructure vulnerability in the face of changing climate risk. So, how DRI can be embedded into national adaptation strategies and long-term development goals, innovative financing mechanisms, collaboration among stakeholders to advance the DRI were discussed among the people in the session. So, it was highlighted that 88% of all adaptation costs are attributed to infrastructure, holistic and integrated approaches to resilient and climate-compatible infrastructure development will play an increasingly critical role in strengthening the global climate adaptation agenda. So, in order to adapt to the global climatic changes, so infrastructure is also be constructed like that in the way that is compatible for the climate. So, what are they saying in the next? Investing in resilient infrastructure not only mitigates risk but also yields significant long-term benefits, including sustainable growth, environmental sustainability, and improved quality of life. So, the CDRI's initiatives such as Infrastructure for Resilient Island States, the Global Infrastructure Resilient Initiative, and targeted efforts for critical infrastructure resilience are actively assisting countries with technical support, data, tools for resilience building. Next is LEAD IT, Leadership Group for Industry Transition, a member meet. Who are the organizers? Government of India and Government of Sweden with the support from Leadership Group for Industry Transition. So, the purpose of the meeting was to interact with the members to understand their experience with the LEAD IT so far and how can be made effective. So, the State Secretary of Sweden highlighted the importance of this partnership for Sweden. The Swedish companies are keen to engage in India in view of massive growth potential in India and conducive environment for startups to grow. The trade with India is growing at 15% every year, and cooperation between the countries is expected to bring prosperity to both the countries. India highlighted that it gives equal value to this partnership. This platform can play a significant role in overcoming these challenges. So, the membership of LEAD IT should serve as the lighthouse for rest of industry. The members including Dalmia, SSAB, Vattenfall, Tata Motors, SAIL, Tata Steel highlighted technological challenges. We must know the technological challenges they face and recommended the areas of cooperation. So, Dalmia highlighted the two technological challenges it faces are to capture the carbon dioxide from the process and electrifying the process. So, these are the challenges faced by the company called Dalmia. And SAIL says made a detailed presentation on the initiatives they are taking for lowering the carbon transition. They are taking efforts to do the low carbon transition. They are looking forward to collaborate on hydrogen-based DRI, CCU, dry beneficiation of low and tailing grade iron ore, and biomass consumption pathways. So, the Tata Steel mentioned that Indian steel industry needs to grow as well as reduce emissions. It is important to address the issue at the value chain level. Therefore, presence of consumers in the group is very encouraging. It is important for the new pilots and demonstration projects. So, the Tata Motors highlighted challenges like high pressure refueling for automotive sector. Collaboration with the steel industry can help the automobile sector. And then India-Sweden Industry Transition Partnership Road to Belem. So at COP28, Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, and Prime Minister of Sweden, Ulf Kristersson, has launched the India-Sweden Industry Transition Partnership as a part of LEAD IT initiative. The Prime Minister is committed to return to COP30 in Belem to deliver tangible results under this partnership. So with 1 year to go, this side even provide an opportunity to take stock of progress made under the India-Sweden IDP and highlight the links to its sister partnership, the Brazil-UK Industry Decarbonization. and hydrogen hubs. The panel discussions showcased progress under India-Sweden ITP and ongoing political commitment, highlighted links between the India-Sweden ITP and Brazil-UK hubs, and served as a springboard towards COP30 movement with leaders and stakeholders. So, unlocking investments for climate resilient and sustainable infrastructure in small island developing started. So, the side event facilitated two segments. The first segment included a keynote address from the UNFCCC and high-level statements as well as conversation or discussion on identified questions with representatives from SIDS and from the IRIS donor group, that is Infrastructure for Resilient Island State Group. Okay. It brought together stakeholders from SIDS and donors to deliberate on collective actions and multilateral cooperation to strengthen the enabling environment for disaster and climate resilient infrastructure. So, the Indian Ocean Islands are covered under the Security and Growth for All in the Region initiative, that is Sagar initiative. SIDS in the Pacific Ocean are part of Forum for India-Pacific Islands Cooperation. And the next session is Unleashing the Role of Solar for the Global South. So it is organized between Government of India and International Solar Alliance. So the session began with a critical examination of solar energy's role in addressing the intertwined challenges of energy security and climate change, with a special emphasis on its significance for Global South. So participants stressed the urgency of hastening the energy transition to bridge developmental disparities while promoting a balance of economic growth, social justice, and environmental sustainability. So the solar energy was spotlighted as a cost-effective and adaptable renewable energy source, crucial for breaking the link between economic development and carbon emissions. So the ministers remarked that reflect of a global governmental consensus on importance of moving away from fossil fuels and embracing renewable energy sources such as solar power. So there is this shift is not only imperative for environmental preservation but also for achieving energy independence and ensuring long-term economic stability. So the session called for the 20x increase in solar adoption by 2050, aiming to meet over 75% of world's grid energy needs. So next is the Lead IT Summit 2024 of members. So it was organized between Government of India and Government of Sweden. So this summit was co-chaired by India's Minister of State for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Srikriti Vardhan Singh, and Sweden Minister for Climate and Environment, Ms. Romina Pourmokhtari. The summit underscored the shared commitment of Lead IT members. So, Lead IT published its first 5-year report outlining its work, success, impacts, forward, its mining challenges, and its aligning industry with Paris Agreement. So, the report was launched by the Swedish and Indian environment ministers at Lead IT annual summit meeting held at COP29 in Baku. So, the keynote address was delivered by Ms. Selvin Hart, Special Advisor to the UN Secretary General on Climate Action and Just Transition. So the summit concluded with a strong reaffirmation of Lead IT's pivotal role in uniting diverse stakeholders to accelerate the decarbonization of heavy industries while ensuring a just and inclusive transition aligned with global climate ambitions. So next session is Solarizing Communities Through Women-Led Climate Action, Strengthening the Adaptation, Unlocking Finance and Creating Jobs. So the Government of India and the Nature Resource Defense Council were the organizers. So this session intended to bring together leaders from Global South across governments, civil society and grassroots communities to showcase innovative and successful models of women-led climate-friendly and clean energy solutions. So the recent achievements of India in large-scale implementation of renewable energy were highlighted in this session. Also the initiatives to mainstream the role of women in the developmental journey